This is the SL230 engine. So I'm going to play out the K40 Relay circuit, which is actually in this box here next to the battery. So first we're going to remove the battery terminal. Then we're going to remove the screws that actually hold that lid on. And there's 4 of those. Little Phillips head screwdriver should take that off. And once we have that off, we'll have a look inside. Alright, so there we go. So the lid's off the box now. So the K40 relay circuit we want is actually this one down here. You can see here's the connector for the onboard diagnostics. And the computer with the relay flash chip is one of these ones, I'm not sure which. So what we're going to do now is we're going to carefully try and remove that K40 relay circuit board. Okay, so just looking at the K40 before we take it out. What it looks like, it's actually held in place by a couple of little brass clips here on the end. You can sort of see you can push back with your fingers. So there's one on that end. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to remove these plugs that plug into the top of the actual K40 relay unit. And then depending on how I go getting out with these cables that are here, I might have to actually just lift this out a fraction. These just push straight up. So the idea will be remove the plugs off here, pull that out, and yeah, get everything back in the right spot. Looks as though the plugs are all different sizes, so it should actually be quite easy to get back in. So like I got the video to sort of remind me just in case there is any confusion when it goes back. Okay, here's another look at the K40. I actually managed to pull it out without having to actually unclip any of the cables just yet, so it's going to make it a little bit easier to get out. So as you can see, that's roughly the size of the unit. And it literally just pulls straight up, so it is just that one brass clip on the side to actually get it out. Okay, and there it is, that's the K40 relay unit. Removed. And that's just the wires there. So next we'll go inside, we'll open this one up and have a look to see if there's any dry solder. Okay, what you're going to notice is that with this box here, you can actually get a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, sorry, just on the side here, and actually just gently prise the edges open, which should allow the actual unit itself to lift out. So that's what I'll do next. Okay, so I've got it out of the case. Now as we look at the board, one of the very first things we're going to notice here, and I'll try and get this to focus properly, is there's actually a very, very badly burnt solder joint there. I'm very happy about this, believe it or not, because this is actually what I was hoping to find. So on all the Mercedes Benz forums, when you actually sort of see the K40 relay switches being a potential issue, this is what they're referring to. So I'm going to take a high resolution picture of this with my digital camera in a moment, but then what I'll do is I'll clean off this existing solder, touch it up again, and we should be good to go. And that's going to save us £120 from Mercedes Benz, so good outcome. And while we're looking at it, just in case you're wondering what the other side looks like, hence why it's called the K40 relay unit. And lots of pretty relays in there. Okay, so there's the K40. So I've resoldered that section now. And as you can see, the bulb was already still a bit burnt from the high current beforehand. Paid really careful attention not to actually bridge these 2 tracks here. You can't quite see that, but there's 2 tracks there very close together, so I made sure that the new solder didn't go across. Yeah, so now it's just a case of reassembling this, so it should be a fairly straightforward process. So if you just take the container, take the actual unit, slots down like that. Okay, and then we'll literally just gently push it down around the outside. We'll wriggle this around until the clips all clip in place. Just a little bit of force required. And that's our reassembled K40 module, ready to go. Hopefully the car will go as well. Okay, so reassembling it, so I've just plugged all the connectors back in. As I sort of suggested in the first time around, they actually are all different sizes, so you can't actually make a mistake with that. So now that they're in place, it's literally just a case of actually carefully manoeuvring the box to get it back down into its place. So to do that, I'm going to ditch this engine, put this edge in first, very carefully, manoeuvre it around until I get it to clip to the other one. It's going to require 2 hands. So, and the moment of truth. And we have ignition, and we're nice smooth idle. Previously my car was actually idling really, really roughly. And that's it, that's with the case back on, that's the job done. So that's a 230k or 230 SLK compressor engine. This one's got about 49,000 miles on the clock. So we just had the mass airflow meter replaced at Mercedes Benz recently, and we're still playing up a little bit on the highway, and like I said, it was stalling as well. So I'm really pleased that K40 fix seems to have done it. So we'll see now if that's solved all the problems or not. Thank you. Bye.